From England and France to Italy and Germany, European countries are full of vibrant cities known for their museums, restaurants, nightlife, and architecture. It comes as no surprise that deciding which spots are the best places to visit in Europe can be difficult. That's why this video was created, to show you the top 10 places you should definitely visit in Europe. You can use this video to help you plan your next trip and have the time of your life. Number 10. The Azores. Starting the list is the Azores. The Azores is the kind of place you'd imagine to be the backdrop of a fantasy novel. The kind of end-of-the-earth setting where the characters encounter mystical creatures, bewitching lands, and elixirs that give you magical powers. And in a way, the Azores is that fantastical place. The Azores location, landscape, and wildlife are so incredibly unique that you'd be doing yourself an injustice if you didn't spend all of your time seeking out its natural wonders. You have to fit in as many natural attractions as your itinerary allows, including São Miguel's famous lakes, Sete Cidades, and Lagoa do Fogo. And if you have time to travel to multiple islands, take in its stunning beaches. Whale watching tours are the best way to see the island's world-famous aquatic life, although if you are an experienced swimmer, diving here is said to be unforgettable. Number 9. Venice. Venice is enchanting. That may be cliché to say, but once you see the city on the water for yourself, you'll surely agree. Step out of the Santa Lucia train station and the breathtaking Grand Canal will soon greet you. You'll see water taxis coast along, passing underneath the Ponte degli Scalzi, which is known as the Bridge of the Barefoot. And you might hear the faintest hint of a serenading violin. Yes, a serenading violin. Romantic gondolas carrying smitten couples glide through the web of the city's many waterways, and gondola drivers are known to sing when the moment feels right. You should also tour landmarks like St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace. On a different day, you could take a ferry, Vaporetto, to the smaller islands of Lido, Murano, or Burano. And if you long to hear an Italian opera, book tickets to a show at the Teatro La Fenice. Number 8. Prague. A prosperous and bustling city, Prague now attracts more tourists than ever. Even the most jaded traveler would have trouble resisting this city's charms. Prague boasts some of the most picturesque architectural landmarks in Europe. Here you'll find the sprawling Prague Castle, the bustling Charles Bridge, the famous astronomical clock in the Old Town, and the quirky Art Nouveau dancing house. Prague is also famous for its abundance of tasty beers, pubs, and beer halls. When you're not sipping on a Pilsner, make time for cultural events. Operas and symphonies attract large crowds and can be very affordable. Prague is a beautiful city worth beholding. Number 7. Barcelona. To soccer fans, when they hear the name Barcelona, one name comes to mind. But Barcelona has more than soccer to offer you. Barcelona contains both the authentically historic and the widely bizarre. From the scenic trails of the colorful Park Güell to the romantic narrow alleys of Barri Gothic. From the beachside nightclubs to the city's dozens of sacred churches and architectural marvels, this city by the sea seems to attract all types. The adventurer, the couple, the partier, the culture lover, and more, with an almost overwhelming variety of things to do. You could stay for a few days, but chances are you'll need a whole week to explore. And if you're a football fan, you can't leave Barcelona without a visit to FC Barcelona's headquarters, Camp Nou Stadium. Number 6. Florence. This little city, tucked amid the Tuscan hills, casts a long shadow throughout history. The wellspring of the Renaissance, Firenze, or Florence, sheltered the powerful Medici family and inspired artists like Michelangelo, David, and Brunelleschi, the Duomo. If it weren't for the fashionable Italians and chic shops lining Via Tornabuoni, you might think you had traveled back in time to the 14th century. But Renaissance art is not the only reason to come. You also visit Florence for its gorgeous sunsets, its Italian cooking, and its romantic charm. Number 5. London. No matter your reason for visiting, London has something for everyone. History buffs looking to brush up on the British narrative will delight in the Tower of London. Admirers of art or theater will praise the National Gallery and the West End Theatre District, while fans of the monarchy can't skip Buckingham Palace, and fans of soccer will definitely love London. Although London lives up to its reputation as one of the most expensive cities to visit, it does boast an array of attractions that are free to visit, including the Victoria and Albert Museum and Hyde Park, and Kensington Gardens, among others. Number 4. Dublin. Like many modern cities, Dublin is a melting pot. Along with its traditional Irish culture, Dublin has been infiltrated by a host of glorious international influences. The city is the largest in Ireland, and its fast-growing immigrant population brings people from all over the world. The influences of these cultures is evident in the diverse and vibrant culinary scene that can be found here. That said, Dublin has held on to some of its classical characteristics. Known for its traditions, fine literature, folklore, customary music and dance, and fresh pints of Guinness are never in short supply. Dublin is actually one of the most walkable cities in Europe. Start in the north at Phoenix Park and head south to the River Liffey, cross the famous Halfpenny Bridge, and find your way to the medieval streets of Temple Bar. Shop along nearby Grafton Street before jaunting on to the peaceful St. Stephen's Green. From there, literary friends can drop by the Writers' Museum or the James Joyce Center, while visitors that enjoy a drop of the good stuff can tour the Guinness Storehouse or the Jameson Distillery Bow Street. Number 3. Swiss Alps. Located south of Zurich, Bern, and Basel, the Swiss Alps are a haven for winter sports enthusiasts. While skiing, hiking, and snowboarding tend to dominate this region, you'll also discover quaint towns, serene lakes, and gorgeous scenery. Luxury mountain resorts are available throughout the region as well, making it a playground for all sorts of travelers. Additionally, no trip to the Swiss Alps would be complete without indulging in some warm, gooey cheese fondue. Number 2. Paris. The City of Light draws millions of visitors every year with its unforgettable ambience. Of course, the divine cuisine and vast art collections deserve some of the credit as well. The gentle River Seine rambles through the city, flanked by stately museums, centuries-old churches, and blocks of Rococo and neoclassical design architecture, further enhanced by cascading trees and glowing street lamps. If it's your first time in Paris, you'll probably want to spend some time at the world-renowned Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and Notre Dame, but don't miss out on other notable city jewels such as the Musée d'Orsay, the Luxembourg Gardens, or Le Marais. Paris has a lot to offer, from museum touring, shopping, cemetery perusing, district exploring, and opera attending. So plan your own itinerary. Group nearby sightseeing attractions together and see Paris on your own terms. That's the only way to enjoy Paris. Number 1. Rome. Finally, at number 1, we have Rome. Yes, Rome. Where do we start to discuss this beautiful city? Rome, the city of 7 hills, enjoyed a mythic beginning. Romulus and Remus, twin brothers who were nursed by a she-wolf and fathered by a war god, reportedly founded the Eternal City. And although historians are a little skeptical about this epic entry into the world, most travelers are absolutely certain that there is something magical about Rome. Whether it's the mystery of nearby Vatican City, or the ghost of the Colosseum, an afternoon cafe on Piazza Navona, or a piled-high plate of pasta at a trattoria, Roma is sure to enchant. Take time to enjoy la dolce vita. Even a week isn't long enough to experience everything Roma has to offer. From historic tours through ancient Rome, to Sunday morning shopping at the Porta Portici flea market, to climbing to the top of St. Peter's Basilica, this city is bursting with things to do, and you can help your chances of returning to Roma by tossing a coin in the Trevi Fountain. Fate might just bring you back to the Eternal City, or so the legend goes. Where would you love to visit? Let us know in the comment section. And if you have any helpful tips that can help people enjoy their stay at these places, please do drop them in the comment section. That is all we have for you today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to let us know you enjoyed this video. Till next time.